Hey, welcome to BNS Bump Movies. This is Sam. I come from Pittsburgh, which is where Videodrome's from. And legend has it that David Cronenberg got the idea for that torture TV channel that lends its name to the movie from this Joe D'Amato film, Emanuelle and the Last Cannibals, also known as Trap Them and Kill Them, which is a great title. Think of this. A movie that upset David Cronenberg for its mashup of snuff, cannibalism, and sex, and take it from me, this one totally lives up to that promise or lives down. You almost have to appreciate it for how lurid it is, because it just screams at you, I am the kind of movie you should feel ashamed for watching. The poster says, that Emanuelle girl's back, more erotic and exotic than ever. Emanuelle and the Last Cannibals, a feast of sensuous excitement. Oh my gosh. This movie. First, a history lesson. This film isn't about the French film Emanuelle, which starred Sylvia Christel and had 2 M's in the title. Nope, the series is made to cash in on that trend and features Laura Gemser. The Black Emanuelle films follow the formula of the original about a young woman who discovers her sexual identity, but I have no idea how these morphed into a series where she becomes an investigative journalist who increasingly discovers more and more depraved human beings. Is there a thin line between swingers clubs and cannibals in the jungle? I would hope that it's a thick line. After 5 increasingly batshit Joe D'Amato vehicles, Gemser teamed with Bruno Mattei for 2 women in prison movies starring the titular heroine. It's really Emanuelle in America that sets up the craziness of these films, as D'Amato casts her as a journalist that goes from learning how the rich and famous have sex to seeking out a snuff film conspiracy to giving up on journalism altogether when her story gets, well, it's snuff. I saw it on Cinemax After Dark as a kid, and when you're like 16 years old and you're like, oh, like I'm trying to tune in stations through static to see breasts, because I'm in puberty. And suddenly you realize this movie is about a snuff film and you see people get killed and it looks real. It's terrifying. It's a terrifying movie even today.
Therefore, television is reality, and reality is less than television.
Somewhere in between that picture and this one, our heroine has had a change of heart. She's back in the journalism game. So we start in a New York City mental hospital where Emanuelle's undercover, looking for a lesbian nurse abusing her patients. Her idea of undercover work is wearing lots of makeup and carrying around a stuffed animal. And how does she get her info? Well, once she learns about a girl who was raised by the Abika, a tribe of cannibals thought to be lost, she meets the girl and instead of interviewing her, has sex with her, because this is a Joe D'Amato Emanuelle movie. Realizes that this girl's a cannibal when she bites off another girl's nipple within her first minute of screen time. This is the kind of movie where one heroine makes out a girl who just ate a piece of someone's tit. I'm warning you, you're in for some real scum here. She contacts Professor Mark Lester, not the director, who's played by Gabriel Tinti, Laura Gemser's husband. They worked as travel agents and in their spare time made these movies. They got to go all around the world, make out together on camera, and get paid for it. He's a curator at the National History Museum, and she gets him to join her on a visit to the Amazon. How does she convince him? She has sex with him. I mean, come on, this isn't a Black Emanuelle movie. They're joined by several others, including Isabel, Mackenzie, Donald O'Brien, Dr. Butcher himself, Sister Angela, and Maggie, who is Nieves Navarro from, so many movies. Let's say All the Colors of the Dark, also known as Susan Scott. The film alternates between Emanuelle in danger and Emanuelle having sex. There's a scene that defies logic where Emanuelle and Isabel make out while a monkey steals their cigarettes, lights them up and watches. Yes, a real honest-to-goodness monkey, no special effects. There's one thing I've learned from watching cannibal films. Most of the white folks aren't in the straight and narrow. Mackenzie is really after diamonds, and his wife Maggie is just there to sleep with the natives. So much like Shakespeare, if the bard dared to make a film that combines a Cinemax After Dark film and an Italian gut muncher, everyone dies, except Isabel, Lester, and of course Emanuelle. She covers her body with tattoos. Pay attention, Dr. Butcher MD, you're going to rip it off. And convinces the natives that she's a goddess. Everyone escapes on a rubber raft. Trivia note, American hardcore band Trap Them took their name from this film. Gemser, after retiring from being in acting, would become a costume designer, working on several films, including Beyond Darkness, Quest for the Mighty Sword, and Door to Silence. She also created the costumes for Troll 2.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
And she's also responsible for a workout video. Emanuelle and the Last Cannibals isn't the kind of adult film that'll get you in the mood unless you're a maniac. And when you get bloody peanut butter and sexy chocolate together, you get a movie that should not, cannot, and yet does exist. If you'd like to see it for yourself, Severin has it on Blu-ray, and it is also in the Black Emanuelle box set, which I'm not begging. Someone should buy for me and sneak it into my house so no one knows it's here. Anyways, thanks for listening to the show. You can see more movies of sometimes G-rated, but generally Joe D'Amato movies on bnsbumpmovies.com. You can send me an email at bnsbumpmovies@gmail.com. Please rate the show if you'd like. Tell your friends about it. We're up to, like 100 listeners. It's pretty cool. There's like 100 of you right now, not all at the same time, but you right now. Hi, listener. I'm inside your ears. I'm inside your brain.